I'd now like to introduce Central Falls Councilor Jessica Vega, who has been leading this fight since day one, and despite the fact that UMB Bank is suing her for $100 million, she is still here to lead this fight.
Thank you, Aaron, and thank you everyone for being here today. You guys are all my brothers and sisters in this fight for social justice. I'm not here to say rah rah, right? This is serious. This is human lives that we're talking about here today. I also want to shout out my colleague in the council, Jonathan Acosta, who is also here and has been a fighter for day one, and many members in the city council as well. My name is Jessica Vega. I am a proud Dominican immigrant and a Central Falls resident. I am aware that the laws in this country weren't written for people who look like me. I'm aware that the very foundation of this government was based and rooted in oppression and inequality. Many people in this country in 2016 finally were woken by the fact that this country still has disparities and that inequity still persists. Unfortunately for many people in that facility, this immigrant woman standing in front of you is a survivor and also a city councilwoman here in Central Falls. As a person in a position of power, my duty is to fight with and for my community, not to be embedded with greedy corporations and their goons. I am no one's fool. I was not born yesterday. I know that the Wyatt and private corporations and facilities like it are not invested in public safety or rehabilitation. They're here to profit off the backs of the very vulnerable, and they hide and justify their abuse by standing behind a coward who calls my brothers and sisters drug dealers, rapists who come from shithole countries. I'm disappointed by what happened tonight, but I'm not discouraged from continuing my actions. Last month, Governor Raimondo signed an executive order establishing the Juvenile and Criminal Justice Working Group. But I urge her to take it to another level. Step up. Ban private corporations from coming into the state of Rhode Island. I'm also calling out and calling in Lieutenant Governor Dan McKee. I'm calling out and calling in our state reps and our senators and their colleagues at the State House. We are all responsible. We are all to be held accountable for what happens here in Central Falls. I urge all Rhode Islanders to call Governor Raimondo, to call their state reps, senators, to call and tell them to take a stand on the side of humanity and for justice. Thank you.